What's up, y'all? I'm still out here at the range, as you can see back behind me, on what turned out to be a pretty cold day out here. Nice and sunny for the most part of the day, but it's getting a little bit overcast now, and that wind has picked up, so it's definitely getting chilly. I've got a couple of really good tests done so far, and I think I can tough it out for one more, and it's going to be yet another test of this new kid CCI Uppercut. So again, we got the jelly contraption set up with the chronos and 2 blocks of gel. Now, I've done a couple of tests, like I mentioned, so I'll leave some links up above if y'all hadn't seen those. Got a test on the back side of this one, but I've got plenty of clear room up in the front, so I shouldn't have any problem getting this one done. I've still got the heavy clothing barrier on it for now, with the layer of denim, fleece, and 2 layers of cotton t-shirt. And once again, it's the new CCI Uppercut 22lr 32 grain jacketed hollow point. Jacketed hollow point, not plated like your other 22lr hollow points. As you can see here, nice nickel plated case and that jacketed projectile on the end. Now, this is similar to Punch and the Silver Tips in that it's a purpose-built defensive round, purposely made and optimized supposedly for shorter barrels. This one's saying it's optimized for 2.5 to 4 inch barrels with a velocity of 950 feet per second. Now, I can just tell you already, I have been very disappointed in this stuff through the previous 2 tests I've done. I've tested it actually in a short barrel and up to the full size 4-inch TX22, and bad performance from both of them. It met the velocity out of the full size, did not meet it out of the short one, but neither one of them had any kind of expansion at all. So originally my plan for today was to do it out of the short one and then do it out of the long one, and then do it out of a couple of different compacts. I was going to use the TX22 Compact here with the 3.6 inch barrel, and then I was actually going to pair it with my Heritage bar keep with the 2.6 inch barrel, which is technically basically about the same once you account for the chamber here. But with the terrible results I've had already through this heavy clothing, there's absolutely no sense in me sending 2 of these medium-sized length barrels into this heavy clothing, because we're not going to get any expansion. There's absolutely not even a chance, no doubt in my mind, that we would not see any kind of expansion. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to use the TX22 Compact still, like I said, a 3.6 inch semi-auto barrel, but I'm going to send 3 rounds. I'm going to do 1 through the heavy clothing, which I expect 0 expansion on. I'm going to do 1 through t-shirt only, and then I'm going to do 1 just through the bare gel. So I'm going to give this stuff every single possible chance I can to give me some kind of expansion. So hopefully 1 out of the 3 will show us something good. It really is a shame if it comes all the way down to the bare gel and even just the t-shirt only shuts it down. But let's get this stuff set up and let's see what happens. All right, let's see how fast they're moving from the Compact. I'm going to do a 5-round average from them. Now, if y'all are not familiar with this lab radar, like I always mention, you'll see multiple velocities from this thing. Your large one is going to be your muzzle velocity, your 5 across the bottom. One of them is set for 3 yards, which is roughly where the gel is here at 10 feet. And then you're going to have 10, 15, 25, and 50. Now, like I mentioned on them other ones, I think it's been reading pretty good out to 50, but don't be surprised if it misses some out at 50 and maybe even 25. It has a hard time with these really light, small caliber projectiles. But let's see what happens with it, y'all. 5 rounds. Again, the box is saying 950, and like I mentioned, the short barrel, the 2 3/4, did not hit it. The 4-inch hit it, and I think a couple even exceeded it. So I'm expecting these to be right there all over that 950. Whoo, that's 75. 878. 75. 936. 895, 919, and 959. Was that all 5 of them? That was all 5 of them. So I believe we hit that 950 on most of them. Let's check the average. All right, we had at least 1 that didn't make it up at the 950. We had a 5-round average of 917. The high was 959, the low of 878. That gave us an 81 extreme spread and a 32 standard deviation. So not too terrible at all through that Compact. The problem is even the full size hit and got higher than that and still didn't perform well. So I still don't have the best hope for this stuff, but let me get everything reset and y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all, it's strip poker jelly time. I'm gonna put 3 rounds down there into the gel. The first one, again, is gonna be heavy clothing. Second one, t-shirt only, and the third and final one is gonna be bare gel. I don't expect anything good from this one or the t-shirt, to be honest with you. Maybe not even the bare gel. I don't know what's going on with this stuff, but hopefully at least one of them will give us something decent to look at. All right, that should have been a good placement. Let me go see what that did. All right, absolutely no surprise right there. The same thing we've seen from the previous two tests. Just terrible performance for an expanding round. Now we're down to t-shirt only, and I'm just telling you, I really don't have much faith in this right here. Hopefully I am wrong on this one though, and I'm just being paranoid from the what it's done so far. All right, that should have been a perfect placement again. Let's go see what happened. All right, yet again, absolutely no surprise down there. That's a real shame. That was t-shirt only, y'all. So this is the last chance for this uppercut today to do anything like it's supposed to do. Let's see if it happens through the bare gel. All right, I went a little bit low. I think I should be good. Let's go see what we got. All right, let's check out what we got down here one last time today, y'all. I'm sure you know what I'm gonna call this already. We got 3 rounds that did not do what they're supposed to do. You can probably say it along with me. The trifecta of fail right here. That's exactly what we got. Now, what I will say is I'll measure it here in a second, but it looks like these, for whatever reason, got a little more penetration than some of the ones on the other tests. So the penetration don't look bad on these. The problem is you got 0 expansion, not even an attempted expansion, even with the one through the bare gel. And I can tell you right now, the one through the bare gel, that one looks like it didn't even tumble. I'd be willing to bet it didn't tumble. So it's not even a matter of tumbling that's keeping these things from doing what they're supposed to do. So let's look at them right quick. The one right here on the top, that was the one through the heavy clothing. No surprise there, no expansion. Right here, some tumbling for sure with that disruption, because I believe it's sitting down here backwards. It may be forward. I'll have to look when I pulled it out, but there's no doubt that right there is some tumbling. And then up under that, we stripped off some layers down to the single layer of t-shirt and still could not get any kind of performance. Again, you can tell no expansion. Right here is tumbling without a doubt because the projectile sitting here backwards. Looks like we got maybe a ½ inch more penetration from this one for whatever reason. So penetration, again, I would be fine with for a 22LR. And then the final one again down here on the bottom was through bare gel. Very, very sad results right here. I expected if this was the only chance it had after what I've tested today, and it failed again. As you can see, no expansion. You might have got a tumble here and turned around backwards, but again, I don't think so. I don't think this tumbled at all. It's sitting here forward, and once again, no kind of attempted expansion. And this one here looks like maybe about a ½ inch to an inch shorter than those other two. So as far as your penetration numbers, the one through the heavy clothing stopped at 12.5 inches. The one through the t-shirt only is actually 13.25 inches. And then the one through the bare gel is at 11.75 inches. And then here's your closer look at them again from top to bottom: heavy clothing, t-shirt, and bare gel. You can see those top two, the disruption from tumbling right there, but you follow them on through, and then there's both of your projectiles. That top one actually I think is sitting forward now after it tumbled back. That one's sitting backwards, and then down here this one also sitting forward, and that one has very little to no kind of disruption. All right, let's take a look at the projectiles here. Again, not a whole lot exciting to look at, but there are a couple of tiny little differences this time between them. So from right over here to left, we got the one through the heavy clothing, the t-shirt only, and then this was bare gel. So what I can show you here, absolutely no kind of attempted expansion here. The one through the t-shirt only, kind of oddly enough, actually got clogged with some of that material there. The one through the bare gel, it's probably going to be very, very difficult to see, but that opening actually flared out just a tiny bit. I mean, just the tiniest little amount. So that to me says that that's a speed problem there. I don't know. Looks like a speed issue, still just not moving fast enough, but whatever the case, as you can see, they all look basically the same as every other test so far today. But let's go ahead and get our measurements as usual anyhow. We'll start with the weight. They all started at 32. This one through the heavy clothing is 32.0, so nothing nothing lost there. This one from the t-shirt only is 31.7. I would say nothing lost there, just tolerances in manufacturing. And then the one through the bare gel is 31.9. So again, right there on the amount, and I would say it's just manufacturing tolerances. And then once again, we'll get some base sizes and some lengths. I'll just get all the bases at one time. We got 222, 219, and 219 again. And then as far as our lengths, we got 381, 379, and 386. So there you go once again, y'all, the CCI Uppercut, this time through a mid-length compact barrel size, if you want to call it, bare gel, heavy clothing, and t-shirt only. Absolute failures all 3 times. This stuff has failed, in my opinion, has been a fail every single test that I've run today. Through every single round, I got no expansion. I gave them multiple chances out here, different barrel lengths, different clothing barriers, and all they did every single time is return the favor with failure after failure. All right, y'all, that's gonna wrap it up for what was yet another disappointing test of this CCI Uppercut 22lr. At this point, I don't know what to say or what to try to get this stuff to act right. It has just failed time after time after time out here today. Multiple barrel lengths, multiple clothing barriers. It just is not doing what it's supposed to do. I have not gotten one single bit of expansion out of any one of these rounds today. I was hoping we'd at least be able to say that you could use them to defend yourself in a nudist colony, but even through the bare gel, they could not get the job done. Personally, the only thing I'm happy about as far as this CCI Uppercut's concerned is the fact that I only ordered 5 boxes of it. But let me know what y'all think again down in the comments. What do you think the problem is with this stuff? Do you think it's the speed? I would say, do you think it's the clothing barrier? But the bare gel, it didn't even cut it into bare gel, so I guess it's got to be the speed and the design of this projectile. With the speeds they've got it at, just ain't cutting it. If you did enjoy the video, reach down and hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you got your notifications turned on so you get notified when I upload new stuff. Check out those affiliate links in the video description. Like I always remind you, that campsite link down there has got several more of the major ones up under it, so don't miss that one right there. Anything you buy after hitting up those links, I get a kickback from them toward the channel, so I really do appreciate that. Once again, a big thanks to all my range gang members and every single one of y'all for showing support like y'all do. Not the best results out here today, but I guess you need to see either way, whether it's good or bad. But I've got tons more good stuff on the way, so make sure you stay on the lookout. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see y'all soon.